we talking about? We're talking about sharing love, not war. Now, what a topic to talk about, because there could be war on your mind. It doesn't necessarily have to be that type of war where we're going out there and we're seeing people killing people at a war. Let's think about this. What do you want to share? Something where you feel good when you share it, or do you want to share something that's going to hit you? What do you want to share? In fact, type it below. What type of things do you want to be sharing with the world? Because this is what I want you to understand. War, this is what I truly believe, comes from the head. Comes from stuff up here. Some type of fear. Some type of wanting to control, wanting to manipulate, wanting to own it. Now, love, where does that come from? Here. Where does it feel best to be? Does it feel best to be stuck up here in the mind? Or does it feel best to be in the heart and the body? And the heart's connected to the soul. Write this down. If you are watching this right now, if you're in your head, you're dead. It's that simple. Now, what we need to understand is that you, whether you know this or not, and in fact, just type yes below if you understand that you are creating your own reality. You've got to be able to understand this stuff, because in life, nothing is going to mean anything in life until you pin your meaning on it. As soon as you pin your meaning on it, bam, that reality is going to go and open up for you. Now, in the heart, of course, look at this, of course, it's not even like a question. So Karina's going like, hello, here, of course, because you've experienced life here and you get it. Now, the challenge is, for a lot of people, when you're stuck up in the head, what's the head going to do? The brain is going to bring you limitations. The brain is going to have you go and react to someone. Now, in fact, wherever you're beaming in from right now, here's what I invite you to do. Please share this right now. Invite someone into this, because what our planet does not need is more wars. What our planet needs is a lot more love. Now, in the corporate world, this is what I started to share when I first started getting on the speaking circuit, and I got invited all around the world to be able to run, help people run a better quality of life. I'm going into these different companies and I'm like, oh my God, the corporate world is crushing people, because the stress, where does the stress come from? Most stress is coming from people's minds, which means when your mind is stressed, are you going to make a good decision? No, never, because you're off balance when you're making that decision. What we want is you to be centered. We want you to be balanced. We want you to be focused. We want you to be energized. And we also want you to be happy. And most people, when they're living up in their mind, that's where the fears and the doubts and the worries and the anxiety and all of that horrible stuff is up here if you're unbalanced. Now, what I'd like to be able to do is invite you into, in fact, type below now if you understand that creating a life of balance and an alignment has to be part of your journey. It has to be, because if you're not balanced and aligned, what's going to happen is you might earn, and that happens with a lot of my top clients, whether they're some of the world's top CEOs, whether they're some of the world's top athletes, whether they're celebrities, whether they're people just like you. What happens is, if they're off balance and they start getting more money, they start getting more attention, they start getting more success, they start getting more fame. But then, bam, you see them in the public eye, you might see them, they know how to walk the red carpet. They know how to receive an award. They know how to do all this stuff and present themselves well, but you see them behind closed doors and they're breaking down. Why? Because there's no foundations being laid. Everyone's trying to build these dreams. Everyone's trying to build their empire. Everyone's trying to build something. Why? Because we are creators. We're meant to be building. But the challenge is, if you're building stuff when you're out of alignment, guess what? You're literally, instead of building, you're literally digging your holes and you don't even know it. Or you think you're climbing this ladder of success and you're like climbing and you're enjoying the journey, and you get there and you're like, where the hell am I? This is not the destination that I thought I was going to end up. It happens in relationships, happens in business, happens in people's own bodies. Because when I see people at our events, I'm all about the truth, because the truth is going to set you free. Now, let's say that someone's obesely overweight. And I said, why did you choose to do that? Oh, I would never choose to do this. I've got this mental problem. Well, we can have that, But guess what? You've been given a mind. It's your mind. It's your body. It's yours to do with what you want. You've been gifted the most phenomenal thing on the face of the planet. But what we've learned is if we don't learn how to control this thing, we go out there and instead of creating heaven on earth, we're literally creating hell on earth. And we're doing it with our own body, with our own mind, and with our own spirit. So where do you want to be? In your head or your heart? Literally just a matter of inches between the two, but they expose different worlds to you. Because when you're in love and you've got this love pulsing through you, you don't want to go out there and hurt people. You don't want to go out there and hurt life. You want to go out there and create stuff so that life can be better. If you're up in the mind, someone who you love might say something to you in the wrong way, and boom, you've just shot them with an energy where you've gone and snapped at them. You've gone and hit them, not physically, but you've gone and hit them with an emotion, and they're like, oh my God, that didn't feel good. And then boom, this goes and happens, and there's conflict. What if we can remove the conflict within ourselves so that conflict between others, it just doesn't start happening as a repeated thing? Because that is the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing again and again and again and again, expecting a different result. We got to make sure that we are in alignment, the mind, the body, the spirit. Then we're in alignment with the planet. Then we can get in alignment with this universal law, so we can start to use law of attraction to enhance the quality of our lives. And there are laws out there that we can use and tap into so that we don't have to feel like we're pushing our way through life. This happens. You feel like you're going to be pulled. Now, here's what I'd like to expose to you. If any of what I'm saying around fear and love is making sense, and it's not too difficult to go from here to here, but we've got to train it because everyone keeps going up in their heads. They keep going up in their heads. They keep going up in their heads. And you want to be the master of your mind. You do not want your mind to master you. So here's what I want to be able to offer you. Because if this is resonating with you, so Scott just says, I've lived in my mind long enough. Time for a change now. Yes, brother. This is what we like. So the change is being offered to you all right now. If any of this has resonated with you, click. Oh, James, you're a legend, mate. So in the description, or James has just put in a link in the chat, in the messages. You can either go to, just go to James, click that link. It's bit.ly supercharge with a big S 21. Supercharge. Why do we want supercharge? Because you want this supercharged frequency breathing through you. You want a supercharged energy breathing through you. You want supercharged immunity breathing through you. 21, that's the year, 2021. So just go to bit.ly/supercharge, capital S 21. And the reason I'm inviting you to go there is there you can get registered for a £1,000 program that I'm giving away to you free of charge. But we're going to be meeting every single day. Every day next week between 9:30 and 11:30 UK time, I'm going to be guiding you through that masterclass for that day. Day one, we're going to be creating the body you deserve, inside and out. We're going to show you how to move the body. We're going to show you how to nourish the body. We're going to get the right stuff in. Day two, we're going to be harnessing the power of your mind so that you can choose to focus your mind like a laser beam focus on the things that you want to create in life, whether it's a better body, better mind, better relationships, better money, whatever it is. Day three, we're going to be focusing on, what are we doing on day three? Manifesting more money. So day three, day one, creating the body you deserve. Day two, we're going to be harnessing the power of your mind. Day three, we're going to teach you how to manifest more money because you've got to start to have more money flow into you in ways where you just don't need to be stressed. Day four, we're going to be teaching how to create loving, deep, meaningful relationships because you've got to relate to people in ways where you get to bring out the best in them, they get to bring out the best in you, you get to bring out the best in you, and all of a sudden you're just creating magic with the people around you. Day five, we've got to make sure that you are now connected to universal power, universal intelligence, because you're a product of it. So you need to know what power you can have breathing through you. We're giving that away. Now, if you can't make it in the morning, we're going to be doing it in the evening from 5 till 7. So all you got to do to register for free is just go over to bit.ly/supercharge with a capital S 21. Get yourselves over there. Get yourself registered. And next week, we are going to be going on the journey of a lifetime, because after those 5 days, you're not going to be trapped in the illusion. You're not going to be trapped seeing what most people see, and it's the problem. Guess what happens when you see the problem? You become a part of the problem. You can see the information, but now you want to be able to see the opportunity. You want to be able to see how you can go and add value to it, because then what happens is when you get used to adding value to yourself, to life, to other people, to your money, to your business, all of a sudden you might get knocked down, but boom, you're going to spring back up and brush yourself down and get back in the game. And that's what I want to be able to show you, so that the past doesn't have to equal the future. Because if you're in your brain, all your brain can do is give you information based on the past. Can't give you any information based on the future. Why? Because the brain hasn't gone there yet. This is why you've got to get the body, the mind, and the connection all opened up. So Scott just said, let me read his message. He said, I registered straight after your webinar last night. Awesome. Done a workout using your videos today to feel energized in a way I haven't been for months. Thank you. Epic, epic, epic. Beautiful stuff. So this is awesome, awesome, Scott. So I promise you, next week, those 5 days are going to be beautiful. By the way, what I'm going to be sharing with you, you're not going to be seeing this stuff on the news. You're not going to see it openly on social media. You're not going to see it openly in newspapers and magazines, because so much narratives are being controlled. What we want is you reclaiming your power. We want you taking back a quality of life that you came here to live, so that these default programs that are going on at a subconscious level, we can let go of that stuff and open up a new future to you. So I really do. I hope that you got some value from this. If you have, please do like it. Please do share it. Please comment below, because every time you comment below, it helps the algorithms go out to be able to connect to more people. So I love you all. Have a beautiful day. We will be back here tomorrow again for another Midday Miracle message. And I look forward to seeing you then. So from now till then, live strong, live healthy, live long. Make sure you live now with the nutrients, oxygen, and water. For now, I'm out of here.